Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. The wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass less from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks.
World of sports, eh?
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Just pretending I've got a producer over here. Ahoy, everybody. Welcome along. Thursday night footy. Nice to have the action back. We are rapidly on the move towards that 3,000 subscriber mark. So thank you, each and every one of you. You're a part of that, you know, believe it or not. You're part of that 3,000. Mel, ahoy, how's it going? J. Joe, ahoy, UFC. Ahoy there, mate. Gamer Mel, ahoy. Should be a cracking contest, this one. Gaz here, some ahoy, mate. Should be a great game. Eels versus Rabbitohs. I've been torn on this one. This is one of the two games that I think are very, very tight. This is going to be hard to predict. But I've gone with the Rabbitohs simply because I think the Rabbitohs just have so much more to play for. There is such a thing as desperation taking you across the line. We saw it with the Blues in Game 2 of Origin as a perfect example where one team had so much more to play for than the other. And one team just inevitably blows the other team off the park. I feel like we might see that here tonight. Not blown off the park, but I just think the desperation. Parramatta season is over, basically, whereas for the Rabbitohs, mathematically, still a chance of making the 8. Should be enough to see them through, but I think we're in for a cracking contest. You can never write off the Eels. They're such a good team on paper. I don't understand why they're doing as badly as they are. As the teams come out onto the field, geez, this crept up on me. Yes, indeed, you'll see the other game that's very hard to pick, Cowboys-Manly, because, well, I probably don't need to say it, but we all know that the Cowboys, you never know what you're going to get. I suppose you could say, for all the movie buffs out there, that it's a bit of a Forrest Gump scenario. The Cowboys. Same game, multi-territory tonight. We've got Sean Russell, Alex Johnston, and Keon Kalamatangi. Liam Kennedy is the referee. The first time that these two teams will be playing under Liam Kennedy. So I don't think there'll be any officiating bias that I'm aware of anyway. Not that I'm aware of. There's no prior games to compare it to. But it should be a good one. Messi fan edits. Ahoy there. Let's go. Let's bring on another same game multi. It was basically a free shot. A free shot because it's up to $50 cash back in the form of a bonus bet with Sportsbet on that one. So that's why I've gone for the people I've gone for. Apart from Alex Johnston, I'm not sure about the other two, but I had to pick somebody, right? As this one's underway, Eels versus Rabbitohs came on. Bring it on. I'm excited for this. Should be a great game. As the Eels kick us off and the Rabbitohs have first use of it. But you know what happens every time we think a game's going to be good? We, being the Wasted World of Sports crew, every time we're up for a big game, we think it's going to be a nice, hard contest. It ends up being quite a stinker, doesn't it? Mel, it's going. It's just going. Not good, not bad. It's just going. 3 bone scans away from your spinal operation, so you're here for a bit of a laugh before that. Oh, well. Gee, so I better drink more so that I can bring you that laugh. I'm way too... what's the word? Oh! High shot there from Whiten on Blaze to Lungy. Not called. Up around the shoulders. Fair tackle. As the Eels bring it out of territory, the Rabbitohs complete their first set. So who else has got multis on here? UFC's gone Latrell, Penasini, and the -3.5 Rabbitohs line. I was tempted with the Rabbitohs line, but it just didn't bring any extra value to what I'd already personally picked. So hence why I didn't bother. But the line was a good one, is basically what I'm saying. Fifth and last now for the Eels. Just inside Rabbitohs territory. The ball is high over to the corner of Johnston, who surrenders. That's what I was feeling as well. The Red Knight 47, the Red Knight 47. I go through that Parramatta lineup, and Clint Gutherson can be a bit quiet. Blaze, I feel like Blaze has been on. It's like if you've ever played roulette. If anyone's familiar with the casino and you go and play roulette and you get 3 or 4 reds in a row and you go, surely it can't be red again. That's how I'm feeling with Blaze Talungi. He's due for a quiet one. Fifth and last here, Whiten puts it high. Taken by Gutherson. Brings it back into traffic. Both teams going through that familiar feeling out process. Early in the contest, only 2.5 minutes gone. There you go. Red Knight says you feel like everyone's placed on him as he's going for 6th straight game for a try. He is very much due for a no try, isn't he? Overdue, some might say. See, if I was at the casino and there were 6 reds in a row, I'm definitely not betting red on the 7th spin. Yes, I'm actually quite glad now I left Blaze out. Fifth and last, the kick down to Latrell. Dan Jam, ahoy there. And Max Hayes, ahoy, from North Penrith. Penrith Broncos tomorrow night. The grand final rematch at Suncorp Stadium. Down the short side to Jai Arrow. Beats the first tackle. Arrow gets up towards halfway. Down the near side with Cameron Murray now on the fifth and last. Rabbitohs into Eels territory for, I believe, the first time tonight. What can they come up with? Latrell in midfield puts it high. Pressure on Gutherson at the back, and he's wrapped up and driven backwards. Cody Walker was there. Latrell was there. Jacob Gagai was there. Great kick chase from the Rabbitohs. And then on the way to World of Sports, as a penalty goes to the home side. Offsides. Cameron Murray offside. A little over enthusiastic. And then, of course, yes, here on the Waste to Water Sports Saturday afternoon, the All Blacks. The first All Blacks test of the year. The new regime, Scotty Razor Robertson, has a mistake on play one from the kickoff, from the kick to touch, off the penalty. Play one, Parramatta try and stretch it wide, and it's a spilt ball by Will Penasini. I've got to go for the Bulldogs, Mel. To be perfectly honest, the Bulldogs, they're firing, aren't they? Eel fries, ahoy! Yep, bloody Penasini. Scrum on halfway to the Bunnies. Six more tackles. Not that it matters that it was tackle one anyway, but now here's a big leg drive. And well up over halfway they go now. Whiten. Oh, they cut out Whiten. And now it's a mistake on play one from the Rabbitohs. Oh, this game's a shambles. I feel like I might have jinxed it. I've gone and jinxed it. I talked it up in the pre-game. Said how good it was going to be. And we've now had back-to-back errors on play one. Another scrum down. 30 out from their own line here, the Eels. Regan Toodads. Driven sideways and into the turf. Gamer Boy 210, ahoy there. Looking for the offload and coming up with a mistake on tackle one. Oh, this game has disintegrated into reserve grade stuff. Bryce Cartwright, of all people. First it was Penasini, then it was Sean Kepi for the Rabbitohs, and now Bryce Cartwright. Back-to-back sets for the Eels where they've lost it on play one. And their captain's challenging as well. A captain's challenge. It's a clear knock on. I don't know why he's bothering. Seems like a complete waste of a challenge. 7 minutes into the game, and you're going and blowing your challenge on this. Well, I suppose he might be saying he's lost it backwards initially, and then it was knocked on by the Rabbitohs. Well, this might actually be a fair challenge. There's all kinds of touches on the ball here. But there, he's lost it forward into the arms of Sean Kepi, I would think. All right, son. Lost forward. Yes, lost forward. Wasted challenge. Richard Trainer, ahoy there, mate. Richard Trainer's gone south with the line. It seems like quite a few people are jumping on that south line. Alex Johnston, 2+ tries. Latrell, a try. Latrell, 8 points. 2-try combo. Russell and Keon. South's 1-12. Odds, 161. Got $30 on it. Nice. SS Storm fan, ahoy there, mate. And Michelle's there in the chat room, ahoy. Robert M, ahoy, mate. Think my tip could be wrong here. Who did you tip? I think my tip of it being a good game could be wrong the way it started. It eventuates with the Rabbitohs having the ball back, though. 15 out from the line. Here's Kepi running back towards the post on the fourth. 10 out. Cook goes to the left for Walker. They love this edge, the Rabbitohs. Latrell Mitchell puts the fend on. He's close, and he's driven back. A metre out from the line, fifth and last. Whiten puts the grubber kick in. Deflected off the Eels and then lost forward by Bryce Cartwright. Bryce Cartwright's second knock on in the space of a minute. He's got the dropsies. Everyone's got the dropsies. Well, I'm assuming it's a little bit wet out there. It looks wet. You can see the moisture on the grass from the cameras when they go down to those close shots. But still. Scrum down for Souths. 10 metres out from the line in front of the post. Cook to Walker. Double pumps to Latrell. And then Latrell feeds it to Jacob Gagai. And Jacob Gagai will score untouched. And wouldn't you know it, the only son of a bitch I didn't even consider for my same game multi. I considered a lot of players tonight, but Jacob Gagai was not one of them. And it was the hold-up of the pass from Cody Walker that created that doubt in the defensive line, created that space. And it was young Blaze Tulungi who fell for it, jamming in and leaving daylight for Gagai to run into. Oh, that's fabulous, that is. 4 days in. 4 days into dry July, and someone's already feeling a bit thirsty. That's fabulous. 4 points to nil, the kick to come. Oh, you went the Eels based on home ground advantage. Yeah, fair enough, Robert M. I was very torn on this game myself as the conversion hangs out to the left. Hooks back, not enough. Into the upright, and it remains 4 points to nil. That's a write-off for everybody, that first try. Unless for some reason you had Jacob Gagai in your try scorer multi. 2,957 subscribers. Thank you so much, Waste of Water Sports. I'm feeling pretty good about the 3,000. Should we do... We didn't end up doing anything special for 2,000. Should we do something special for 3,000? Lord only knows what. A special video for the 3K. I remember 2K, I was going to do a studio tour, but then I ended up doing the studio tour during a live stream one night. 4 points to nil, back underway. Take my shirt off at 3K. But then what? I feel like my OnlyFans subscribers would feel ripped off if I go giving myself away for free. Like, why am I paying for this bollocks when I could just watch the Waste of Water Sports for free? And it's a mistake from Cameron Murray. Oh, this game has been a mistake-a-thon at the moment. Sione for Ave. Ahoy there, mate. Cameron Murray trying to play the ball too quickly. Gifting the ball back to the Eels. Dan, did you see they're doing charity for every try celebration for July? That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Try July. Of course. Parramatta go on the attack. They could strike straight back here. Moses to Brown. Through the line they go to the left. Here is Sean Russell, one of my try scorers. He's pulled down close. 5 metres out. Tackle 3. Six more. 10 out from the line. Madison gets the offload back to Brown. Numbers to burn out to the left. They must score here, the Eels. They've gone too early. It's a penalty for a high shot, but they went out there way too early. They had the numbers, draw and pass, but they fired it out there, and that killed off all the space. They've gone and blown that, the Eels. Oh, well. Jack Tungo wasn't in my try scorer multi anyway, so who cares? Well, Eels supporters probably. 5 out from the line, just to the left of the post. They're still on the attack. Here's Moses. Now they've got numbers out to the right. Gutherson tries to get on the outside, but he's brought down. 5 out from the line. The South's defence is scrambling well, sliding across field. Just a metre short here on tackle 3. Brown with the cutout pass onto the chest of Russell. Russell goes on his own. Getting heavily involved in the game, which is great for my multi, but he's not getting over the line. Loose pass now, bounces up for Gutherson there. 5th and last now for the Eels. 10 metres out. Moses brings it back left, puts the grubber kick into the end goal. It sits up perfectly. And Jacob Gagai's there, but he's got no choice but to take it over the dead ball line. Pinpoint accurate, that kick from Moses. It's a result for the Eels. Latrell with the restart. Cameron Murray flies through, tries to tap it back. And it's been lost forward. Who knocked it on? Cameron Murray. We did a couple of shows where we did live call-ins. Yeah, it was a bit of a failed experiment. Mind you, trying a live... They've created space now, the Eels. Sorry, we'll come back to that conversation, maybe. Moses almost created some space. There's a penalty. Yeah, we did do a couple of shows where we tried the live call-in, but what I was going to say was it's a big difference, I suppose. Like, I think we tried that at around 1K. It's a little bit different trying something like that when the number's higher. So who knows, it might actually work this time. 5 out from the line, the Eels go on the attack again. Moses holds the pass up. He's going to be furious, Mitch Moses, because Will Penasini has dropped it. He held the pass up, looking for the gap, and Penasini's dropped it. Mistake number 2 for Penasini. Latrell, look at the effort. Latrell Mitchell, fullback. Reece Walsh, take notes. The effort. I can't believe I'm telling a fullback to take notes from Latrell Mitchell, but that is the mindset that Latrell's in at the moment. Son of a bitch is in form. The Souths now can bring it off their line. 16 and a half minutes gone, and the Rabbitohs leading 4 points to 0. Baz got out of his chair, did he? Walked out. To be honest, haven't heard anything about it, Robert M. I know that there's been a lot of disgruntled behind-the-scenes stuff going on with the Eels. Rabbitohs put the kick down to Blaze, and Talangi brings it back. Eels in possession. Only trailing by 4, and considering the weight of possession and territory, they'll be somewhat relieved. Gutherson to Moses. Moses dummies and goes straight through. Brought down by Jack Whiten in a try-saving effort around the ankles. Now Gutherson goes quickly. Links up with hands. 5th and last. This is much better from the Eels. Moses in midfield. Kicks for the corner. High. Contestable. Russell's up for it. Russell collects it. And he is taken down half a metre short. 5th and last. That will be a handover. Much better from the Eels. That's it. Alan Calatoni. Ahoy there, mate. Backing the Eels to win tonight. Dangerous pass there to Moale across the face of posts. Tackle 2 here. They're only a few metres out from their own line. Jai Arrow tries to get some go forward. Whiten steps, gets inside the first defender, offloads to Cody, and Walker's brought down just shy of halfway on the 5th and last. Latrell now runs to the line, puts a little dink in over the top, and Gutherson's there to collect, putting his body on the line. 20 out from their own try line. Big defense again on Blaze. Driven backwards. Campbell-Gillard on a good run. Momentum just shifting in this one, slightly towards the home side. Up over halfway on tackle 4. Some good go forward. Moses puts it high. Not a lot of distance, but it's high and contestable. Tapped back by the Eels. Whiten's there. Looks to offload to Alex Johnston. It's loose. They get away with it. Another offload here to Latrell. Pops it up for Jai Arrow, who offloads back to Whiten. Whiten runs back towards midfield, straightens, beats the first. He's brought down on halfway. Jack Whiten looking threatening with every run. Kalamatangi just puts the head down and goes forward. 35 out from the line. Tackle 3. Staying on this near side. Here's Latrell. Inside ball. Puts space for Richard Kenner. And Kenner tries to draw in Gutherson. Gutherson reads it well. 5th and last coming up. Cody Walker runs over the line and spills it. The ball's been raked out. Cody Walker was over the try line. A try-saving effort, whoever that was who raked that ball out. Cody Walker was over the try line. Gutherson does extremely well in the first instance. A try-saving tackle. And now Cody Walker bobbles the ball. Oh, it's the tackle of Regan Campbell-Gillard. He didn't rake the ball. He got Cody Walker around the shoulder. And it was the contact with the shoulder that spilt the ball free. Try-saving effort. That's knocked backwards. That's knocked backwards. And that's what Cody's saying. It's backwards. Backwards. That is actually knocked backwards. And Cody Walker has scored a try. They've been robbed of one there. Ollie is the best. Ahoy there. And ahoy Reed. Reed and the party house. I'll tell you what, Ollie is the best. His life sounds like it reminds me of my life about 10 years ago. It was always someone's birthday, and there was always a party somewhere. Down the short side now, the Eels, 5th and last. Just over halfway. Moses, that's a huge kick, a monstrous kick. Latrell ranges back for it and takes it. There's a wall of Parramatta defenders to greet him. Max Hayes asks how many years it is now since the Eels won a grand final. A lot. Damien Cook backs into the defense. Cheekham's on for the Rabbitohs. 4 points to nil it remains. Whiten, inside ball to Jai Arrow. 5th and last. Still inside their own half, needing a big kick. Oh, Gutherson slips as he goes to collect the ball, and it's loose, and diving on it is Jake Tungo, saving the day for the Eels. Oh, that was dangerous. And now Russell bobbles the ball. Was he copped high there from Richie Kenner? No, says the referee. We play on. That could have been dangerous. Gutherson now back on his feet. Takes tackle 4. Paulo to Moses. Space out to the right if they can release the ball. Penasini with the fend. Can't get the ball out to Blaze Talungi. 5th and last. 40 out from the Rabbitohs line. Moses, high ball. It's going to bounce. Could go anywhere. Bounces towards the post. They shadow it over the end goal line. The Rabbitohs, that was dangerous. 7 tackle set. Unlucky bounce there from Mitch Moses. The referee has called time off for some reason. Oh, this is going to be a goal line dropout. Yes, Latrell has just got a cheeky little boot on that. They were shadowing the ball over the dead ball line, the Bunnies, and Latrell has just got a cheeky left boot to it before it hits the turf. Quentin Paul, ahoy there. Short restart does not go the 10. And it's hit the Eels. Oh, nothing going right here for the Parramatta Eels. The short dropout from Latrell doesn't find the 10. Sean Russell is standing inside the 10-metre line, and it collects his foot, which is a penalty for playing at the ball inside the 10-metre line, which I think is a stupid rule. An absolutely stupid rule, I think. Now, in rugby union, if you go short with a restart of any kind and it doesn't go the distance, you, as the receiving team, have the choice. If you go for the ball and catch it, it's play on. But if you go for the ball and spill it, there's no advantage because you've made the choice to play at that ball. So it's an error against you. And that, I think, is correct. I don't think under any circumstance, outside of just blatant foul play off the ball, if you restart and don't make the distance, you should end up with a penalty. Ridiculous rule. Especially an instance like that where Sean Russell didn't make any attempt Didn't make any attempt to play at the ball. The kick over the top. Blaze Talangi collects it. And it's a penalty to the Eels. Oh, Richie Kenner's gone on report as well. "26.5 minutes gone. It's 4-0 for the Rabbitohs. 6 again. A set restart. Coming up tomorrow, doubleheader, Sharks versus the Titans. And then Broncos versus the Panthers in the grand final rematch. The old Panther is actually heading into that game to see his team as Junior Paulo comes up with a mistake, but the referee is playing advantage for the offsides, and it's a penalty right out in front for the Eels. Momentum has well and truly swung in this game, as I said, in terms of possession and territory, but the Eels so far unable to convert. It's a gift 2 points, but I dare say they don't want it. That's the one, Michelle. That's the one. Grand final rematch, the old Panther heading in to support his team. I wonder if he's going to paint his face up in Panthers colours and everything. It's been a while since I've actually been to a game with the old Panther, so because I'm usually doing this Waste World of Sports thing. And yeah, I'm so curious. I'm so curious if he gets himself all decked out. Down the short side, the grubber kick from Dylan Brown. It sets up, and it's kicked dead by Latrell. Another goal line dropout. The James, ahoy mate. Induced coma. No, Heel Fries is here. Well, he was here. This one makes the 10, and the Eels come down with it. Hands the inside ball to Charlie Geimer. Now they've got numbers out to the right. Tap down from Alex Johnston. It'll be 6 more tackles. Blaze Talangi dives on the loose ball. Back to tackle 1. Junior Paulo. Yeah, Heel Fries was here earlier, but I think he might have got a bit upset with all the mistakes that Parramatta were making. A space opens up now for Jack Tungo. Oh no, he's still there. He's just absorbing it all. Dylan Brown on the 5th and last. Crossfield kick. It's lost forward. And Cameron Murray has it. DJ Shaq, you're going to the Broncos Panthers game. You got free tickets. Nice. Keep a cheeky eye out for the old Panther. I've always wondered. I wondered how he would react to being noticed in public. If you happen to spot the old Panther, shout out Ahoy. It'd either it would either make his night, or he'd be horribly concerned. But I've always been curious to know. You fell over and smashed your head open. What the hell were you doing? What have you been up to, James? Down the short side, Brown fires the cutout pass straight onto the chest of Tungo, who steps back in field. He's 5 out from the line now. Offloads to Sean Russell. Russell runs back in field. Nowhere to go. 5th and last. The scrambling defence again. It's what I was talking about in the pre-game, the desperation from the Bunnies. A meek and meaningless end of set there from the Eels. It's just not clicking for them. You found out Michelle had a perfect round last week. Yeah, I don't think she did. That might have been misinformation thrown out into the universe by me, Michelle. Numbers here for the Rabbitohs, and now space. Gagai's away again. Kicking in field for Whiten. Whiten puts the afterburners on. Well, as much afterburners as Jack Whiten has. It was enough, though. He runs away from the defence and scores. And after absorbing all that pressure, the Rabbitohs come down the other end and strike immediately to make it 8 points to 0. No, because what had happened was UFC had said earlier in the chat room that, or a comment or something, UFC said something somewhere that I recall, and he had pretty much acknowledged that it's going to be extremely difficult now to catch me. So his new goal is just to stay ahead of Michelle. And then he posted a comment. I remember looking at the leaderboard. Now, the only way that Michelle could have caught UFC last week is if she had a perfect round and got the bonus points. And UFC left a comment saying that he was depressed because Michelle's ahead of him now on the tipping contest. So I went, oh, she must have got a perfect round then. And I might have thrown that out there into the universe. But then, having actually looked into it, no, she didn't. And she's still behind UFC. So I don't know what UFC was looking at. Because he's still ahead of her. Jonathan Manson says, please don't miss the conversion. Well, he certainly did not. And it's the Rabbitohs leading 10 points to 0 after absorbing all that pressure. The Eels not clinical enough to finish. We approach halftime, 10 points the difference. Parramatta get us back underway. Alex Johnston taking the first hit up. I've noticed Souths don't really bother with bringing the ball back to the middle. They just seem to let it happen naturally. A lot of teams, they take the restart, fire a pass in field. Souths just seem to roll with it. 5th and last now on halfway. Mitchell puts it high. That's a monster of a kick. Gutherson's under it and takes it well. Good kick return too. Plays to Lungy, beats the first, gets the offload to Dylan Brown. Brown's only got Latrell Mitchell to beat, and Mitchell brings him down. I say only Latrell, but 20 out from the line, front foot ball. Here come the Eels again. Through the hands, Lane to Madison. Madison steps back in field. That's the third. Brown in at first receiver. Here's Moses out the back. They've got space now with Blaze Talangi. Blaze steps in field. Oh, son of a bitch has done it again. Blaze Talangi is keeping the streak alive. This is now getting up there with The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. You thought for certain he was due for no try. After 5 or 6 in a row, he was due for a quiet one. He says no. None of this quiet bollocks. I want another try, and he comes up with one. The Eels finally hit back. Ten points to 4. Kick to come. They strike straight back. And this game suddenly springs to life. The Rabbitohs defense overcommits. 2 defenders trying to cover the outside. Blaze sums it up perfectly. Wrong foots them. Steps back on the inside. Conversion. Hooks out to the left. Hits the upright. And bounces away. 10 points to 4. A few minutes to go till the break. You had a good old bottle of Dougie Bollinger, eh? Very nice. UFC says, is it fair to say that Blaze Talangi has been the best new player of 2024? Yeah, it's certainly been the conversation. It's a bit too early to be thinking about the Daddy Cash crowns for 2024, but he'd definitely be in the conversation. Ethan Strange would be another one in consideration. As much as I hate to give the Raiders any compliments. Expansive play here for the Eels on tackle 2. Penasini tries to burrow under. They've gone from sideline to sideline. And now they go up the middle on tackle 4. Inside ball to Madison. That's it, James. That's it. Great minds. That's a huge kick from Moses, taken by Latrell in goal. 7 tackles set incoming right before the break. $10 points to 4. Rabbitohs should have the last say in this first half. Kalamatangi up towards the halfway line. The rain is now very noticeable out there, which would more than explain some of the handling. Burgess takes it to the 40. Through the hands now. Cody Walker to Cheekham. 30 out from the line. Slightly forward there to Cam Murray. Not called. Burgess. Back to Whiten, who floats a pass across the face of the defense that's almost intercepted. They get 6 more tackles for inside the 10, and this will... Oh, I thought it would have been a penalty there. Potential professional foul territory as well. Burgess beats the first tackle. Remember, they got the set restart, so that's tackle 1. 10 metres out now. Murray to Cody Walker. Holds it up to Latrell. Tries to get the ball free to Gagai. It's been touched by the Eels, though, I believe. Inside the last minute of the first half. Gagai would have been over for a second if Latrell could have freed that ball up. Kalamatangi. 2 meters out. Cook to Murray. Murray steps back in field. Still stepping. He's put the Jerome Luai jig on there. Cameron Murray. Kalamatangi into first receiver. Cody Walker back to Chinka. To Cody Walker on the offload. And Cody Walker catches them napping and dives over beside the post to get his try. 14 points to 4. They make them pay right on the stroke of halftime. Not a single tick off the same game multi. At the halftime break. Lazy defense. Gutherson. Somebody else is not entire. I just said Gutherson and stopped because they took the replay screen away. It was Gutherson who makes no real attempt to get back, and the big gap there was left by Bryce Cartwright. Bryce Cartwright. $14-4. The conversion should be successful quite easily. From Latrell, right beside the post. He pops it over, and the Rabbitohs lead this game 16 points to 4 at the halftime break. The week has been good, thank you, James. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Some great action coming up here on the Wasted Water Sports. Oh, there's Alana on the sideline, looking good as always. Alana. Tomorrow night, doubleheader, Sharks versus the Titans, Broncos versus the Panthers. And then on Saturday, is going to be rugby. I might have time. I might have time to do the Bulldogs Warriors game. Maybe. Before kickoff in the All Blacks versus England. Now, why is this doing this? Why have we gone all the way back to February? All right, there we go. That's better. I might have time, maybe, to do Warriors versus Bulldogs. Maybe, but probably not. My priority will be All Blacks versus England, and then Australia, the Wallabies versus Wales. It's going to be great. A new look All Blacks team, a new look Wallabies team. New era is about to begin for both squads. And then there'll be a bit of a break. Okay, no, I can't do that. 1 a.m. Sunday morning, the Springboks versus Ireland. And then I might even do, if I'm awake, I might even do Argentina versus France at 5 a.m. So depending on that, Sunday, Roosters, Dragons, Raiders, Knights. Yeah. Might not be in any condition. We'll see how I go. Oh, Heel Fries is not happy. Heel Fries is... I feel like Heel Fries might be done supporting this team. Well, Heel Fries, I'd say come and join me at the Sharks, but... I mean, geez, maybe, I don't know. If you want to support a winning team, maybe Panthers or Storm or Roosters. Because I can't say that my Sharks are any better. Despite the relative ladder positions. All right. Halftime here, 16 points to 4. Bit of a roller coaster of a first half, really, in many respects. It started off even Stevens. Neither team could gain ascendancy. Souths got themselves well and truly on top, but they couldn't really ice their opportunities. Only trailing by 4 points, Parramatta surged their way back into the contest, but again, couldn't ice their opportunities. Souths definitely ended that first half with all the momentum. Parramatta did all the hard work to hit back and then threw it away just like that. All right. Mel says, what time is the All Blacks game on, Dan? I completely forgot about that. So it's 5 o'clock my time. I don't know what 5 o'clock my time equals over there, to be honest. All right, James, fire away. Actually, James, I was thinking I've got a question for you too. $8 a.m. UK time. I'm sure that they'll post something on the All Blacks Instagram, is usually where I get this information from. The All Blacks Instagram usually put up a graphic on game day with the starting times. So my question, James, is actually music related. I was thinking we've talked Creed, we've talked Pearl Jam. Just wondering, so because it's a band that I never really got into back in the day, but I find myself in my later years in life, I've really gotten into them, and so I was just curious. I was going to raise the question: do you get into Radiohead at all? I find that I really enjoy them lately, for whatever reason. Beetlejuice. Yeah, just the hits. Well, I was driving out to a work meeting, and I knew all the usual culprits for Radiohead songs, and I listened to full albums on this drive out and this drive back. And I don't think you're missing much. They've got a great collection of hits, but it feels like the rest of the albums are just pretty much fillers. Mel says Kings of Leon are pretty good. Oh, God, what's happened to my microphone? Placebo are great. I remember I went and saw Placebo. Well, I've seen them a few times, but one of the first times I saw Placebo, they played at the Brisbane Convention Centre. It was funny because the lead singer stopped the show. I mean, not stopped cold, but he stopped the show in between songs. And he just went, you. He pointed somebody out. You there. You there. And I can't remember what the guy was wearing or whatnot, but he's like, you, the blonde guy in the black sweater or whatever it was. You. And everybody stopped. Everyone's looking around, even though we're a long way away from it. We're still looking around. What's going on? And he's just like, good night, sweetheart. I'm like, what the frick? What is he, doing? And then he proceeded to explain. He's like, you see, we may be rock and roll stars, but we're smart enough to realize that if we look out into the crowd and we see a red light that never turns off, it's a video camera. Security. So he actually stopped the show to have this guy thrown out for recording the set. I don't know why that memory is so clear to me, but it just is. Not as good as there's a video on YouTube. I recommend everybody look it up. I think it's Axl Rose, a young Axl Rose, stops the set because something was happening in the crowd. I think it was also a video camera, and he's calling for security. He's like, "Security, get that camera, get that guy out of here, get the camera, get the camera." And the security obviously wasn't doing anything. And he's just like, God damn it, I'll do it myself. And he jumps off the stage into the crowd to attack this guy with the camera. Fabulous stuff. I recommend checking that out. I also recommend checking out, there's a video of Nickelback performing in Portugal at a music festival. And people start throwing stuff at the stage. And anyway, it starts hitting quite a few members. They stop the set, and the guy's like, "Hey, do we have any Nickelback fans here in Portugal or what?" Boo! The crowd starts booing. He's like, "Well, look, it's up to you. You want to hear some rock and roll, or we can go home." Gets smacked in the face with something that got thrown up on the stage. See ya. The band flips off the crowd, and I recommend checking it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, James. Nickelback being pelted with stuff in Portugal. We've got a new song, actually, speaking of music and all of that. There will be... When's the Roosters play next? I think they're playing Sunday, and Sunday's what I'm unsure of. Yeah, Roosters versus Dragons. Because there's a James Tedesco song. We've got the Wasted World of Sports intro song. And there's also a James Tedesco song dedicated to his athletically sized buttocks that needs revealing as well at some point. Mr. Ed's dead, ahoy! It is messed up. Look, it was... I laugh. I probably shouldn't laugh because you are correct, sir. Mr. Ed's dead is right on the money. It is messed up when people start throwing stuff at the bands. I'm laughing at it and encouraging people to go and check out the video on YouTube. But yes, it is poor behavior, for sure. This is fabulous that this is just disintegrated into music talk. People that love Nickelback, James, and people who support the Broncos, I think, have issues. Personally, I think the problem for Nickelback was like everybody. That one song came out. How You Remind Me. And it was just everywhere. And I think that just spawned this hatred because it's like, please get rid of these guys. We're sick of them. I think if they were just one-hit wonders, how you remind me, and then pissed off and you never heard from them again, they would go down in infamy. The rain is now extremely heavy here at Bankwest. That's the name of the Eels Stadium, isn't it? Second half is underway just like that. I didn't even have a chance to have a break. Well, anyways, the rain is absolutely pissing down. On the TV, you can't even see the players really that clearly. Oh, Richard Trainer, right? I do not need to look up Steel Panther, my friend. I've been to see them a few times as well. I've got a few stories. Especially the night at Eaton's Hill where they tried to get us all arrested. God damn it. The kick from the Eels. Finds the sideline. Yeah, that was Pog, right? With the dildo stuck to his head. I did see the photos. Souths have the ball here. It is absolutely bucketing down. This is insane. Insane in the membrane. Cypress Hill. Another good live show. Tag, ahoy there. Al Jordan has Whiten scored. Yes, he has. I had to think about that, but yes, he has. Fifth and last here for the Rabbitohs. Latrell from 40 out puts it high. Gutherson takes it. Oh man, the early 2000s were like peak. Early 2000s is what started me on alternative rock, which slowly but surely graduated into heavier and heavier stuff. But now I've sort of regressed back into the alternative rock phase. Of course, Michelle, Breaking Benjamin are still fantastic. It's a shame. It's a damn shame that the lead singer has such an intense fear of flying that we're never going to see them on our shores. Unless there's a big boat ride from... Evanescence. I was a Lacuna Coil boy. It's not their fault. It's not the fault of Evanescence, but I despised them because they got all the bloody praise for female-led alternative metal. And it's like, excuse me, yeah, Lacuna Coil have been around for freaking years. So it's not their fault that I dislike them so much. It's not their fault that people decided to jump on board with an American group over this little-known, at the time, Italian group. But it just, yeah, it hit me wrong. It hit me wrong. And sometimes things just hit me wrong. And that was one of those things. The Bunnies come up with a mistake, bringing the ball out of territory. And a scrum down gives me a chance to finally have a break tonight. Chance for the Eels to start this second half well. 4.5 minutes gone. Sean Lane backs into the defence. It'd be nice to get some ticks off the multi. Moses to Bryce Cartwright, who pops it up now for Penasini, I believe it is. Moses with the crossfield kick. Taken extremely well there. Who has got up and taken that? Richie Kenner. Take a bow. And now space opens up for Jacob Gagai. And the Rabbitohs race away upfield. And they get a penalty. Penalty to the Bunnies, a piggyback upfield. A chance for the Eels. The Rabbitohs scramble, and they have now gone all the way up the other end of the field. Kalaumatangi takes tackle 1, 40 out from the Parramatta line. In midfield. To the far side they go. Burgess wrapped up. Brought down for tackle 2. Murray beats the first defender. But then he's brought down. 20 out from the line. Cook goes from dummy half. Fires the cutout pass to Burgess. Burgess offloads. Loses it backwards, says the referee. And Cody Walker comes away with it. Back to Kalaumatangi. 5 out from the line now. Takes tackle 5. Crash ball for Walker. Probably not the intended target. Well, that's the 5th and last now. Whiten on the 5th and last. Crossfield kick. Tapped back for the Bunnies and lost by Latrell. And that'll be a handover. $16 it remains. The Eels got to go length of the field. Regan Campbell-Gillard trying to get some go forward. He's been relatively quiet tonight, Regan Two Dads. Here's Cartwright. Up to halfway. Tackle 4. Eels still in possession. Gutherson runs to the line. Gets it off to Lane. Lane pops it back. And they stretch it wide to the left. 5th and last. Staying on the short side. Gutherson to Brown. Brown, they're going to go on a run. Gives it to Russell. Russell puts the grubber kick in. Sets up for Gutherson. It's been tapped down by Mitchell. Backwards, says the referee. And Latrell has it for Souths at the back. Eight minutes of this second half gone. The Rabbitohs holding on to their 2-try advantage. Big run here from Jairo. Beats 2 defenders. Gets away from a third one. Takes it up to the 40. And that's the 4th. Murray into first receiver. Just hits it up to halfway. 5th and last. Staying on the short side to Whiten, who puts it high. Gutherson perfectly placed under it. Brings it back to the 20-metre line for the Eels. And a penalty for the home side. The Rabbitohs up too quick. Boy, did they need that. Moses thumps it into touch. 40 metres out from the Rabbitohs line. Penasini. Was that Penasini? I think it was Penasini nearly dropped the ball when they threw it in. Here's Sean Russell caught high there from Kenner. No call. 30 out. Brown to Lane. Madison. Moses. Cut out pass to Cartwright. To Gutherson. Space now for Blaze Talungi. Stepping back in field is Geimer. 5 meters out now, Parramatta. The pop pass for Campbell Gillard, who reaches out. He's claiming it, but it looks like he spilt it forward. Regan Toodads, is he telling Porkies or not? It's gone up as a try. Regan Campbell Gillard. He got the go-go gadget arms out. Did he have control of the ball? Yes, says the referee. It's on the board for the moment. Oh, he might have done too. That looks like it's been kicked out from Latrell. The ball squirted forward. That is a try. Yeah, I think they've got to give this. Regan Campbell Gillard. 16 points to 8, the kick to come. Oh, bloody Alien Ant Farm. Were we talking about it, James? Alien Ant Farm being back? I had this conversation with somebody. The return of Alien Ant Farm. Conversion successful from Mitchell Moses. Speaking of Ocean Avenue, what about yellow card? Any yellow card fans? Moses pops it over, and the Eels are back to within 6. A converted try. I went to see yellow card at the old arena, and I couldn't believe that honestly, it was only like 50% full. They didn't even sell out the arena. I couldn't believe it. Back underway. The ball pops up for Moses, who offloads to Campbell Gillard. And by the way, just for clarification, the James means only one. That's the name of a great song. He's not saying that they only had one great song. I'm pretty sure. Up to halfway now, the Eels approaching again on tackle 4. Gutherson beats it. Still going, Gutherson. Only Latrell to get past, puts the step on, fires the Hail Mary out. It's tapped back by the Rabbitohs, and Cody Walker dives on the loose ball. The Eels, though, have suddenly sprung to life. The Rabbitohs scramble again and avoid that one, but the momentum back with the home side once again. Gutherson, what a break. He probably needed to take the tackle. Mind you, if that pass goes to hand, still might have been better off there. With the benefit of hindsight, take the tackle, quick play the ball. Whiten forced to kick deep, does so. Gutherson's back for it, and the return is up outside their own 30-metre line here, the Eels. 35 out on tackle 1. Good field positioning coming if they complete this set. Oh, geez, I think that's a bit harsh to put this down as an error against Clint Gutherson. That's a bit of a harsh call there on Gutho. They've put that up on the scoreboard as an error. I mean, it was stupid, but now that was an error. Mitch Moses drops the ball cold. Out the back of shape. And that is a huge let-off here for the Rabbitohs. Scrum down for the Bunnies. Huge let-off, that was. "54 minutes gone. No try scorers of our multi. Smashed back to reality. I thought we were going to go on a little bit of a run. A little bit of a run after Origin. The big, momentous multi that paid off in State of Origin Game 2. And I thought we were going to ride that wave for a little bit. We got close. Since Origin number 2, there's been quite a few we've missed out by one leg. But it looks like tonight is a smash back to reality. We're not even close. As the Eels come up with a mistake from the high ball, it falls for Whiten, who pushes the pass. And it's been knocked back by the Eels into the in goal. It'll be a goal line dropout. But Jack Whiten pushing the pass. They had a full set of 6. The Rabbitohs inside the Eels' 10-metre zone. And Jack Whiten's thrown it away. A YouTube branding issue, hey? What do you mean, branding issue? That is the worst goddamn restart I've ever seen from a goal line dropout. Clint Gutherson, it's barely gone 2 metres, let alone the 10 that he required. And the Rabbitohs will have this ball now gifted to them, 10 metres out, uncontested. So they pretty much end up with their full set of 6 just on the opposite side of the field. It's worked out for them anyway. The opposite side of the field from where Whiten threw that ridiculous pass. So it's still on here for the Bunnies. Kalaumatangi. And it's a set restart. So that's tackle 1. 5 metres out just to the left of the uprights. Cook takes a couple of steps. Fires it off to Mawale. To Walker. Latrell runs on the angle, slides across the wet turf and scores. Latrell Mitchell summed it up to perfection. Got to ground in the wet weather and slides across the try line. And he's lost his pants. And he hasn't realised yet. When's he going to realise his pants are down? Latrell sums it up to perfection. Using the conditions to his advantage. Taking the water slide all the way to the corner. Rabbitohs are up 20 points to 10. Kick to come from out wide. And it's Latrell. He's realised he's got his pants up now. From the sideline, Latrell can't get the hook on it. It's pushed out past the far upright, and it remains 20 points to 10. Jacob Gagai's already scored a try, James. Oh, were you the one that had Gagai for 2 tries? No, just one. Yeah, he's already scored. He scored the first try. Well, somebody's setting off fireworks, I think. Alara's going ballistic. From the restart, Moale takes the hit up. You've got Blaze, Tick, Gagai, Tick, Latrell, Tick, Moses. Yeah, you just need Moses. Michelle needs Alex Johnston. Is he even playing? Yes, he is, though we haven't seen a whole lot of him. From dummy half goes Cook looking for a set restart. No sympathy from the referee. Fifth and last. On halfway, Latrell puts it high. Gutherson gets himself underneath. Does well to hold on to it. Alex Johnston is due, surely, I would have thought. I would have thought, why is there fireworks on a Thursday night? That's so bizarre. Who the hell is having a Thursday night event in this area and setting off fireworks? 10 points the difference, 20 minutes to go. Oh, school holidays, yeah. True. But still, 9 o'clock for a school holiday event? I don't think so. Yeah, actually, it is probably some Americans celebrating 4th of July. Dan Jam might be onto something. Risky offload, 10 metres out from their own line in front of the post. The Rabbitohs. But Latrell comes away with it. Now the mistake. Gagai with the error. And here is an opportunity for the Eels to hit back. The momentum of this match continues to seesaw. But anyway, UFC, seems like you figured it out. I reckon definitely if you're serious and legit about content creation, I said serious, not Siri. Go away. Unbelievable. I swear my phone is demented. I said serious. It sounded nothing like Siri, and anyway. It's definitely time, UFC, for a some form of self-branding. Yes. Parramatta, 10 metres out on the attack. Numbers to the left. Gutherson goes early, though, out to Tungo. Tungo fights his way for the corner. Has he got the ball down? Jake Tungo gets across in the corner. I thought for sure Gutherson had thrown that ball out too early. Impatience again from the Eels, I thought. Through the hands, draw and pass was the option. Tungo slides for the corner and he might be in touch. No try. Oh, that's close. That is close, but I think no try incoming here. The elbow touches the dead ball in goal line. And this will be no try. Close but no cigar, Gorilla. So no try. We scrubbed that one off. Tungo. The Rabbitohs survive, and they can bring it back now. Tackle 4 up towards halfway. Cook from dummy half has a little dart. Gives it off to Cam Murray. That's the 5th and last now. Whiten. Puts it high. Pressure on Gutherson. Takes it well. Considering the conditions. Quentin Paul says, good D, Rabbits. For the Eels, though, oh, that's a big run from Penasini. Straight over the top of Whiten. He has bulldozed him. Whiten's having a good laugh about it. It's about all he can do. What a charge from Penasini. Campbell Gillard out the back to Gutherson. Inside now to Cartwright. By the way, James, it's also 30 seconds. Through the hands again down that left-hand edge, the Eels. Well defended again from the Bunnies. It looks like I'm going to get 0 ticks off the multi. Oh, there's my phone. Idiot. I wonder what cash out they're offering for me. I reckon the cash out's probably about 3 cents. I mean, not that I'm taking it, but cash out. Where is it? It is 3 cents. Oh, what a call. I'm starting to get to know Sportsbet way too well. Mal, ahoy there. Can I call you Mal? Well, I'm worried about pronouncing the full name there. Maliel? Maliel? Go Bunnies. High contact here, and it's a penalty to the Bunnies. Another little piggyback upfield. Burgess with the hit up. Over halfway. Tallis Duncan, though he's driven backwards, and a little push of his face into the turf. Fifth and last, the kick goes high. Taken by Tungo. Oh, that's Blaze Talungi, sorry. Blaze does well. Another great game for Blaze Talungi. That's what I get for leaving him out of the same game multi, thinking that his streak was done. Lesson learned. Blaze streak. Blaze Talangi is going to get an Undertaker WrestleMania level streak going here with the try scorer multi. Fifth and last, 40 out from the line. Moses puts it high. This will be a tough take in the conditions, but doing extremely well back there. And taking the ball, Alex Johnston. Credit where credit is due, right? This Rabbitohs defense, they have been under the pump for large portions of this match. DJ Shaq says, who ended the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak? The Beast, Brock Lesnar. Kick on tackle 4, finds some space in behind the Eels' defensive line, but no 40-20. Just looking to turn the Eels around here and take some time off the clock as we approach the last 10 minutes of this match. Game control is what it's all about for the Bunnies right now. Campbell Gillard here for the Eels. Takes tackle 2. Moses with the cutout pass sits up for Blaze Talangi. Oh, what's the call? Forward? They all just stopped. All the players just stopped, and yes, there was a cheeky little touch there. Was that Penasini? Penasini with a cheeky little hand. South's ball. Yeah, Souths are just controlling the game here, DJ Shaq, I would say. They've definitely gone off the boil. But here's an opportunity for them to right the ship. 30 out from the line on tackle 2. Running across the face of the defense and then straightening his kepi. Can't catch them napping. 20 out. Cook to Duncan. Here's Cody Walker. Links up with Latrell, who fires the pass out for Jacob Gagai, who dives over for his second try of the night. Has he got it down? Latrell's injured in back play. He's up, but he's not healthy. He's limping. Jacob Gagai's fixing his hair. Boy, you're in the middle of a footy match, and in these conditions, all the adjustments on your hair are not going to help anyway, mate. There'll be none of that. Has he got the ball down? That is the key here. Well, it looks like yes. I don't know why he was fixing his hair afterwards. Jacob Gagai with the try, 24-10. That will come close to sealing it, yes. I will say that for Eels supporters, though, the hope is that Parramatta, for the past couple of seasons, have proven that they can go back-to-back with tries. Quite often when they score one, a second follows very rapidly after. But we'll see. Conversion attempt from the sideline. Latrell hooks it back and puts it over. 26 points to 10. The Rabbitohs have surely got the job done now. 11 minutes to go. $30. Is it through Sportsbet and you get the any leg fails cash back anyway, James? That's what I did. That's why I picked a whole bunch of random sons of bitches for my multi tonight. The $50 any leg fails cash back with Sportsbet. You just throw everything at it. Hope for the best. If it doesn't work out, doesn't matter. Eels go short with the restart. And there to collect the ball for the Eels is Dylan Brown. The ever reliable Dylan Brown. Campbell Gillard takes tackle 2. They're inside the 30 here. The Eels have a chance. All right, we need Mitch Moses. Moses to score. And there is Moses. Flat pass to Offengawe, who's rocked backwards. Big defense again from the Bunnies. Moses to Geimer. Fifth and last. 10 metres out here. Parramatta. Moses is on the right. They go left to Dylan Brown, who puts the grubber kick in, and it's too heavy and over the dead ball line. And Matt Dory takes a dive. Finding Dory with the dive here. Well, in fairness, Richie Kenner has had a little bit of a shove at him, but still, Finding Dory has taken it to the extreme. And this will likely be a penalty. And Parramatta will have the ball back. Now, yeah, there was a pretty clear shoving motion from Richie Kenner. But talk about milking it. For all it's worth, Finding Dory. DJ Shaq, in all honesty, mate, with the squad that they've got, yes, I can. The squad that they've got on paper, I can absolutely believe it. What I can't believe is their disastrous start. Wouldn't it be something if they awarded a penalty try here, James? They're not going to, but I'm just saying. Wouldn't it be something? You'd be furious, wouldn't you? Because it takes away the opportunity for a Moses try. Here we go. 10 metres out. The penalty is given and Parramatta go back on the attack. We're cheering on a Mitchell Moses try. Offengawe. Crash ball for Bryce Cartwright. Cartwright backs into the defence. Just short of the line. They go left. Geimer straightens. That's the fourth in front of the post. Brown out on the left. Cuts out the runners and finds Gutherson. Gutherson brings it back to the right-hand side. Grubber kick in for Bryce Cartwright, and Bryce Cartwright will score. 26 points to 16 inbound. Because this is an easy conversion for Mitch Moses from right in front. 10 points the difference. About 6 or 7 minutes to play. Oh, wait a minute. The referee is standing in front of the ball so that Moses cannot take this conversion because there's something to look at here, I guess. This has not been awarded yet. Yeah, now he's stepped out of the way and said, have at it. Conversion successful. 26 points to 16. Seven and a half minutes remaining. 10 points the difference. as I said, the Eels are more than capable of going back to back. Back underway. No, I think it was a fair call. I think a sin bin would have been harsh. I mean, Finding Dory clearly took a dive, and it was a long way out from the try line. If that's 5 meters closer, we might be talking sin bin. But there was no way it impeded a try or potential try. Finding Dory was not getting anywhere near challenging that ball. Oh, we've got another pantsing. This time it's Penasini, as the Eels have gone all the way back up into Rabbitohs territory. Fifth and last now, pretty much needing to go back to back. Here is Moses. Moses runs it. Now waits too long to get the kick away, and it sits up for the Rabbitohs. And away goes Tane Milne. Gets the pass back to Burgess, of all people. And now Burgess spills it, and the Eels have it back. Oh, try and keep up with this one. Plays to Lungy, fires the cutout pass to Brown, who dummies and almost goes straight through. We've got a frantic finish. High contact and a penalty to the home side. Gutherson wants the ball quickly. Why do the Eels always leave it so late to come to life? They have just sprung to life here in the last 10 minutes. 30 out from the line. Full set of 6. Brown out to Moses. Inside ball for Cartwright. 20 metres out from the line. Macca's time. Ahoy there, mate. Brown puts the step on. Fires an unnecessary pass back, and that gifts the ball to the Rabbitohs on tackle 1. Oh, Dylan Brown, what have you done? They had 5 tackles up their sleeve. He's pushed the offload to nobody, and Latrell dives on the loose ball. Five minutes remain. That was probably the chance for the Eels. That was the chance. That was the moment. That set of 6. Moses gives away a penalty now, Mitch Moses, and goes for 10. Wow, well, it's over, James. The multi's over. The multi is over because Mitchell Moses will be sitting down for the rest of this game. What was he thinking? Just standing there, giving away a penalty. Blatant. 10 in the bin. That's his night done. And with it goes any chance for the Eels. I don't understand what he was even doing there. What was he thinking? The 2 balls on the field. What was he thinking? Mitch Moses. Just gave it away. James's multi. He took it with him. Up the tunnel. Rabbitohs looking to put this game to bed now. 20 metres out. 3 minutes to go. Jack Whiten beats 1. Beats 2. Steps inside and dives under the posts. Rabbitohs. That secures it. 30 points to 16. I didn't see any uppercuts, James. Moses sent to the sin bin, and then Whiten stepping back in field. Quite possibly exactly where Mitch Moses would have been defending. There was a massive hole there. $30 points to 16. The kick to come. Jack Whiten has had a day out. 0 ticks off of the multi for me. Unbelievable. Well, not really. Anyway, Wasted Water Sports on Sportsbet. I've got some really extravagant bets on this weekend. You can follow the Wasted Water Sports feed if you're keen to play along at home. But yeah, I've got some huge bets, some great ones on the tennis. Wimbledon's going on at the moment, of course. I've got a huge weekend-long multi, which has started well because we needed South. Now this one for a $1 stake potentially pays out $9,429, where I've tried to pick the winners across all sports all weekend. A $1 bet for a potential $9,000 payout. Two minutes remain in this one. Walker takes the kickoff. Offloads to Burgess. Alex Johnston is now he was out injured, wasn't he? If I remember correctly, he was out injured. He hasn't really been in try-scoring form since his return, if I'm not mistaken. I know that he has scored tries since he's come back, but I remember it used to be pretty much a given that if the Bunnies scored tries, it was Alex Johnston. As they push the pass on halfway, the Rabbitohs, and it goes forward. And the Eels will get another shot before the halftime break. Yeah, I believe so. Malil Owen. Bunnies are going to the finals. It's what I've predicted. Dylan Brown on tackle one puts the grubber kick in, but Latrell's back there to cover it. Desperation play from the Eels. And yes, catch you later, GamerMel. And the Rabbitohs will just wind the clock down here and see this game out with possession and 20 seconds left to play. Full-time sounds. And it's 32 points to 16. The Rabbitohs victorious. That is a big win for the Rabbitohs. That is a win for the Wasted World of Sports in the tipping contest. A good start to the weekend's games. Yes, for the Eels, all is not lost by any stretch of the imagination. It's a bit of a... It's a little bit of a write-off of a season, and I think we knew that many rounds ago. There will be an eye on next year. There can be an even bigger eye on next year if they go ahead and make a decision about their coach. The sooner they go ahead and do that, I mean, just look at Souths. Look at the Rabbitohs and the turnaround to their season once it was announced that Wayne Bennett will be coming across next season. Ever since the Wayne Bennett announcement, right, they've been undefeated, I'm pretty sure. Now, I'm not saying I think that's coincidental. I'm not saying that's the reason for the turnaround. But I just think the sooner they sort out the behind-the-scenes stuff, the better for the club as a whole. But again, it's not something you don't rush into a decision like that just for the sake of having an announcement to make at the same time. So, I mean, Wayne Bennett was obviously a big one for the Bunnies, but it's not a decision to rush into when this season's a write-off anyway. So I don't know. I just totally contradicted myself. I made two arguments in one, and I sat on both sides of the fence. So that's fabulous. But yeah. Anyway, long story short, James, is I was basically agreeing with this statement that maybe they have started to rebuild and construct for next year. I think that they absolutely do have an eye on next season, as you would. But yeah, the team on paper, the Eels team on paper, certainly not deserving of their current position. Not at all. Brian Smith emerges as a shock candidate to coach Eels, eh? Put us in there. Wouldn't that be interesting? A rugby league team coached via live stream on YouTube. We go live every Tuesday to select the team. We'd go live throughout the week for training sessions and whatnot, which would be terrible for keeping things secret in terms of set plays and whatnot. But we'd have to do it. There'd be no way around it. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Hey, that's potentially groundbreaking. I might be a little ahead of my time there. $32 points to 16. Why do I like the Dogs over the Warriors? Because the Doggies are going great guns. The Bulldogs are on fire. It's been 3 years in the making that I've been predicting this from the Dogs. It seems like Stephen Crichton was the missing piece. So yes, I've gone I went Rabbitohs tonight. I've gone Sharks over the Titans, even though the Sharks struggle with the Titans usually. So I've gone the Sharks with very little confidence. And Panthers, the Panthers are going to absolutely annihilate the Broncos tomorrow. Although the Broncos, I talked about this game at the start. I talked about desperation, the power of desperation. When a team's got it all to play for and the opposition doesn't. The Broncos' season is potentially on the line tomorrow night. So they may have a little bit more to play for. So maybe I'm over-exaggerating when I say it'll be a smashing, but I still fancy the Panthers on that one. Saturday, I've gone Bulldogs over Warriors. Bulldogs are red hot at the moment. Tigers and Storm, not even worth discussing. Cowboys and Manly. I'll tell you what, I'm leaning towards Manly. The returning Tommy Turbo. Tommy Turbo in the centres. I'm actually thinking Manly 2+ tries. Tommy Turbo. I might change my mind before kickoff, but at the moment, leaning towards Manly in that one. Sunday, Roosters, Dragons. Roosters, they're firing at the moment. Joey Manu's going to be a big out, but Roosters still, I think. And Raiders versus Knights. Kalen Ponga returning. The Raiders, Ricky's Green Goblins, tumble towards the bottom end of the table continues, doesn't it? Much like I predicted in the preseason. They continue to tumble rapidly down the table, and that tumble will continue, in my opinion, with the Knights, who are punching above their weight, and the return of Kalen Ponga, the Knights to get the win to round out the round. Jacko Robertson, ahoy there, mate. Jacko Robertson, I'm very much looking forward to the Springboks and Ireland. We'll be covering all that action here on the Waste of World of Sports. All Blacks versus England, as well as the Wallabies versus Wales. It's international rugby season. I can't wait. The James says, can I just say I have a massive crush on Danica Mason? You can absolutely say that, James. That's fine to share that information. No problem at all. England 37, All Blacks 17 is the prediction for Jacko Robertson. Wow, that is a bold prediction. I've got to say, I probably agree with the scoreline, Jacko, but I would go the opposite. I would say All Blacks 37. That All Blacks backline looks lethal. I'm actually really, really happy with the squad that Scott Robertson has predicted. So I think you bang on with the scoreline. I'm just going to switch that up. All Blacks 37-ish over England 17-ish. And I've got Wales beating the Wallabies. Wales haven't beaten anybody for about 6 years. I'm exaggerating, but still, it feels like it's been a while since Wales have had a big win. I think Wales will sneak it against the Wallabies. Rugby Australia in general is under the pump at the moment. The Rebels, wasn't it? The Rebels going into administration. Bloody Australian rugby in general is in poor shape, and yes, I don't think this is going to help. I think Wales will get the win. James, the old Panther is off to the Broncos Panthers game tomorrow night. And no, that's the Springboks, Wallabies. Yeah, coming up next month. That might be. But either way, no, we'll be covering the game here on the Wasted World of Sports. I'd much rather cover the game from the comfort of Wasted World of Sports HQ. I don't want to go to the game and pay $15 a pop for mid-strength beer. I'd rather cover all the action here on the YouTube. I'm so out of it tonight. It's been such a long day, seriously. $15 for water beer, yep. And that's what it was last time I actually went to a game, which was Super Rugby quite a few seasons ago now. So who knows what it is now. This is why I used to smuggle drinks into places. I used to have these huge, like gothic chained parachute pants. Pockets this deep. You could take drinks in. Mind you, they've cracked down on that sort of stuff now. I'm pretty sure that if I arrived at a venue wearing that these days, I would get a pat down. But it didn't used to happen back then. You could get away with things like that. All the old tricks, they're onto. They're wise to it now. We used to walk around town with our booze in Coke bottles. But see, they're onto that now. If there's a large group of people wandering around the streets with Coke bottles, yeah, they pull you over and have a look at that now. They know all the tricks. The old send somebody in first, walk down the fencing area, and you pass the drinks through the fence so that you got past the bag checks. All the tricks that you used to be able to do. You can't do it anymore. They're wise to it all. They've smartened up. But see, back in my day, you could get away with those sorts of things. Malcolm says that the F1 in Albert Park, $25 beer. That doesn't surprise me at all. Formula One is one of the most expensive goddamn sports around. Seriously. Crazy stuff. All right, Wasted World of Sports. I shall probably take my leave for the evening. 32 points to 16 here. The Rabbitohs have got our tips off to a good start for the weekend. The multi, not so much. But as I said, it was a free hit. We get cash back regardless. Richard Trainer says I had a jacket with 3.5 liters Camel bag built into it to hide alcohol. Nice. That is fantastic. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, Sharks, Titans, Panthers, Broncos tomorrow. A big doubleheader. I'm gonna pass on. I'm too out of it tonight. I'm way too out of it. So I will take my leave. If I stand here, actually, let's just see how long can I stand here before I pass out. It's reaching that point. It's been a long day. I had a nana nap today as well. I got my nana nap in, and I'm still feeling like this. Yeah. All right. Double header tomorrow here on the Wasted World of Sports. I'm looking for an opportunity to release the James Tedesco Arse song. I think it's best for a Roosters game. So maybe I'll make an extra special effort to cover the Roosters game on Sunday. Anyway. All right. Sharks, Titans, Panthers, Broncos tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more upbeat and enthusiastic. Not that I wasn't enthusiastic for this one, but yeah, I've been pretty out of it all night. Cheers, everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow as we continue this journey towards 3,000 subscribers. What are we at now? 2,969. 69. All right. On that fabulous childish note, cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pass last from the kickoff to the final whistle blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time.